upcycling clothing for over 10 years and I made this cute top today, so I thought I'd show you the process and also give you some upcycling tips throughout the video. So this is the original top that I used for the upcycle, and the first tip is to use an item of clothing that fits you well as a reference point. Depending on your design, use the existing hem, seams and other professional finishes to save time. Trace the outline with chalk and make sure to leave 1 to 1.5 centimeter seam allowance around it. Upcycling is all about experimentation, but make sure you practice any specific techniques beforehand. Your seam ripper is your best friend, and it's okay to make a mistake and it can be rectified. And if it doesn't, try to find a creative way to reinvent it. And then this is the final top that I came up with. These sunflower scrunchies have been trending everywhere, so I decided to recreate it, and today I'm going to show you how to do it. You mainly need white tulle and some fake sunflowers. I got mine off of Amazon for really cheap, and you're going to take your tulle, lay it out, and make sure it's a lot because you're going to need it to scrunch up. Fold that in half and then get a piece of elastic and measure it around your wrist to size. Then grab your sewing machine. You can hand sew this, or I even have a no-sew tutorial on my TikTok, so go check that out. And then I'm taking the tulle and putting it on my fingers and then pulling it inside out so the seams are nice. Then I'm putting on my fingers again and pulling the elastic through so it kind of forms a scrunchie now. Then I'm taking my flowers and I'm taking one of them and I'm cutting off all the petals so I can have a few loose petals to give it an even more pretty look. Then I'm just using my sewing machine to hold one end of the scrunchie, but I'm stuffing the scrunchie with the sunflowers and the petals, and then I'm sewing all the ends together. Then you have this really pretty sunflower scrunchie.
Yes, you can use a hair tie to make a scrunchie, and this is how you do it. Cut out a 5 by 18 inch piece of fabric, and with the good side facing up, you're going to put the hair tie in the top right corner and pull it to the left. Again, you're going to put the hair tie in the top right corner and then pull it to the left, just like I did right here. Then with the two sides of fabric touching, you're going to start the stitch. It really helps to use your fingers to pinch the fabric together while you stitch along the side. Then once you've sewn around the whole scrunchie, you're going to use your fingers to fold it right side out. Then you take these raw ends and fold them in a little bit so you get some nice edges. Match up the pattern, pinch it together, and then you can start stitching around the sides. This part takes a little getting used to, but it gets easier as you go on. And boom, a final scrunchie. If you guys enjoyed this video, follow for more upcycled fashion.
नित सुबह उठ के कर दी तू कसरत वेख तेरी लुक मेरी वध जावे हसरत नित सुबह उठ के कर दी तू कसरत वेख तेरी लुक मेरी वध जावे हसरत टेंश तू मूव न कर बेबी तू समझा कर सच्ची गल कहंदा मेरा दिल खड़ जांदा है हौली हौली टुरिया करो बेबी मेरा साह चढ़ जांदा है साह चढ़ जांदा है हौली हौली टुरिया करो मेरा साह चढ़ जांदा है साह चढ़ जांदा है मुंडियां नूं मारे तेरी अख दे इशारे ने लगदी असीं पर पट तेरे बारे ने जेड़ा भी तके तैनूं वेख के परदा हसना तेरा तम.
Today we're going to teach you how to professionally crop a sweater, and we're going to do this by reattaching the ribbing at the bottom. So the first thing you want to do is roll up the ribbing and kind of fold it inside out. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So as you can see, it's folded up onto the sweater. Now this method is actually super simple. We're just going to go ahead and run a straight stitch along the seam right here, and that way there's no cutting off and reattaching. We're just repositioning it right onto the sweater. Now that we've sewn the ribbing higher onto the sweater, we're just going to cut off the excess fabric. Once the leftover fabric is cut off, we're just going to go ahead and fold down the ribbing, and there you go, final product. A really great way to convert any sweater into a crop top with a professional finish.